Hello, this is StyleCon coming at you today with another video from my usual location, the tobacco company in Lemoyne, Pennsylvania. Finishing up my Aurora Brazil cigar. I have a little bit of Rebel Yell to go with it. Nice little combo, even though the cigar is not that great. It's okay, but it's not the best I've ever had. Now let's get into today's topic of discussion. And today's topic of discussion, people must be sacrificed. StyleCon, they must be sacrificed. What, we gotta kill people for a watch? No. We don't. What I'm referring to is people that don't know watches, just want to go buy something, which is fine, I have no problem with that. But in order to buy pre-owned watches, we need people to buy new watches. That pre-owned JLC you want, that pre-owned AP, the Breguet, or whatever it may be, will never become pre-owned unless somebody initially buys it, where you can save all the money on the back end of it. And that's what I mean by sacrifice. I mean, there are some YouTubers that only want to buy new watches. I have no problem with that. And at one time, StyleCon would only purchase new watches. Now, I feel lucky. When I did purchase my new watches, I held on to them long enough where I got more money than what I actually paid for them. I'll give you a brief story. This is going to be on the Charles Wallingford channel. We did an interview with Greg that owns the tobacco company, at least part owner. And he bought a Rolex Sub two-tone. Now, he bought this thing like years ago. I forget what it was, maybe 20 years ago. But through price increases, he bought it new, but because the price is going so much higher, he can actually get more than what he paid for the watch. But the reason why he can is because he held on to it for such a long time. Now, if you're willing to do that, if you want to go to and pay full retail, nothing wrong with that. But certain watches, there's only two brands I would say you want to pay full retail for, and that would be Patek and Rolex, if that's what your plan is. And if you plan on holding on to it for 10 or 15 years, you will probably see some price increases. But if for the regular brands, you know, the Omegas of the world, if you go in and you purchase that new, you're more than likely going to get a hit. A tag, you're definitely going to get a hit. And with that, those out there, you know, that put out YouTube videos, nothing wrong with that, but you know, we all need people to buy new watches in order to get these watches pre-owned. And to me, those are the sacrificial lambs. Those are the people that are out there, great, you got more money than God, or you might not have as much brains, or you don't do your research. You find something shiny and new. I used to do that. I was telling Charles about this. When I was younger, I used to buy a brand new car every January for like 10, 11 years straight. Dumbest thing I could have ever done, but needless to say, you learn from the experience, so I don't do that anymore. And with that, when I used to buy brand new watches, like I said, I felt fortunate. I always felt weird about buying a pre-owned watch. I don't know what it was, but my buddy Eric, that runs the watch department down at Radcliffe, one day we got to talking and he got me hooked on pre-owned watches. That's like, great. But what I loved about he had all of his watches serviced and he offered a 2-year warranty. And that was pretty much the same thing as the manufacturers, and I would get the watches at a reduced cost. I bought a Ulysse Nardin maybe 2 years ago now, maybe 3, don't hold me to the time. That particular watch sells for $10,000. You know, even at a 20% discount, 30% discount, you're looking at 7 to 8. I bought it pre-owned, I got it for a little less than 4. I saved all that money, and that's not a particular brand. You hold on to that Ulysse, you paid $10,000 for it, you hold on to it for 20 years, you're not going to get your money back. So needless to say, those people out there that are buying those new watches, keep buying them. I appreciate you, and everybody out there that buys pre-owned watches should love these people. Show them some mad respect. Don't beat them up because they didn't buy it pre-owned and where they could have saved all this money, because we wouldn't have these watches to buy. Once again, this is StyleCon. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you like the content, come on, bam, thumbs up. Subscribe, and I will check you out in the next video.